Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gloucester Brewery and welcome to the stage your MC Nik Hill! Oh, what a tremendous, apathetic round of response that was. Are we well? Blonde lady, been here since 6:30. Are you still sober? Have you just been on the soft drink? Just a soft drink, and you came in about 6:35 as well. You okay? She likes a drink, and you're just on the coke. He's your driver. That what, as in your chauffeur, or just? What, sorry? You wish. Right. So this is nice. For those of you who don't know, my name's Nik Hill. Right, I'm your MC for tonight. So basically, my job is just to chat to you initially, tell you what's going to happen. Format of the evening. We've got quite a big group here, haven't we, from one particular company. Where are you from, guys? Look, you just... Where are you from? NHS. Oh, yeah. Really? I don't believe that. So let's just see where we're all from. Who's from Gloucester? Give me a cheer. Oh, not many. That's quite unusual. Anybody from Stroud? Nobody Stroud. Cheltenham? One. Is it just you? The token Cheltenham person. That's your brave coming over here on it. Oh, well, you're pretty much Gloucester then. Forester Dean? I could just fucking tell, to be quite honest. Yeah. I was listening to the accents as you were coming in thinking, shit. So just how many, just raise your hands, or your 8 web fingers, how many are you from the front? Look at that. It's not really sensible for me to say that with so many of you, is it? Oh, that's great. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, because you've got so much going on in the forest, haven't you? You've got alcoholic men falling out of pubs in Cinderfad, having sex with wild boars and stuff like that. That's happening. I read about that. You've got beavers. Beavers have been reintroduced to the forest. Do you foresters know about this? Have you heard about it? Do you have books in the forest? They love beaver. Yeah. Yeah, apparently, I don't know where it was, somewhere down near Lidbrook, you've got a particular problem with flooding, and the Forestry Commission have thought it'd be a great idea to reintroduce beavers, and it's a good idea. I think, right, we'll put them in there, they'll obviously gnaw the trees down, that will cause a dam and that will stop the flooding. I'm not quite sure they thought it through, because they asked one of the foresters, you know, beavers are quite, you know, they're ravenous, they'll like eat anything and they'll just go through anything. How are you going to keep them in? And he says, sorry, we'll build wooden fences. Brilliant. It's not really going to work, is it? There's a lady there thinking, I've not got a clue what he's talking about. Are you alright? Young lady behind you with the glasses and the blonde hair. Yes, you. Are you okay? You're Scottish. Do you come from the forest, boy? Do you live in the forest? Right, do you know what the forest, do you know anything about the Forester Dean? Because if you don't, I've got to be honest, you should be quite terrified. And coming from Scotland, the sooner they build that wall to keep these bastards out, the better. So this is nice. Are you all right with the door open? Because Cheltenham people, you've moved 3 times, haven't you? Yeah. You were sat there to start with, and then she said, could we move over there? And then you moved over there, and then she's ended up here with her feet up on the thing. Are you comfortable sat there? Very comfortable. That's nice. So you're not really from the NHS, are you? Yeah. Oh, are you? Yeah. Shit. Are we all worried about this NHS thing, the hacking? Not worried at all. I'd be shitting myself if I was going into Gloucester for an operation on Monday, because it's been reported that this computer hacking, the doctors have now had to resort back to pen and papers, and they can't write at the best of times, can they? And apparently it's all because of the NHS, because we know you've got no money, it's because you've got outdated Windows XP systems, which are easy to hack into, and apparently that's the same systems that Trident missiles are run on, which is particularly worrying, isn't it? So we could all get blown to bits, because the world's a dangerous place, isn't it? We've got that idiot in North Korea terrorising thousands and thousands of people, and to be fair, a bit closer to home, we've had that for many years. One man terrorising thousands and thousands, but Prince Philip's now retired, so that's good. I'm not a royalist, I don't mind telling you. I think, you know, well, no, I'm not going to tell you what I think of the royal family, but he's got to be one of the biggest twats of all time, haven't you? And, ooh, got some royalists in. So these are some of Prince Philip's famous gaffes. To the President of Nigeria, who was dressed in traditional robes. You look like you're ready for bed. That's not too bad. This was his famous one to a group of British exchange students living in China. If you stay here much longer, you'll all be slitty-eyed. Fair play to him. I love this one. To Australian Aborigines during a visit to Australia. Do you still throw spears at each other? This was one of my favourite ones. To a 13-year-old on a visit to a space shuttle. Well, you'll never fly in it, you're too fat to be an astronaut. And then this one was to a group, I shouldn't laugh at this, but I'm sorry, to a group of deaf children standing by a Caribbean steel band in Cardiff. If you're near that music for too long, it's no wonder you're deaf. These, you know, people say, oh, well, you know, he says these things because he's getting old. No, we're all getting old, but it just doesn't give us the right to be rude, does it, to be quite honest? You know, and there's, just looking round, we're quite an older audience in here tonight, aren't we? Just give us a show of, not you. If you just let me finish, just give me a show of hands if you're over 50, let's just gauge the room. And no light. Yeah. There's two women in the corner, right, not putting their hand up. I know they're over 50 because one of them's my wife, right? And so she's not getting away with that. I forget how old I am sometimes. I work in recruitment. I had a guy come in yesterday, and he said, "Oh, I'm looking for a new job. I've been 15 years doing this job. I've had enough with it." I said, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I work in care. I work with old people." He said, "No offence, mate. You know what that's like." You bastard. I mean, do I look that old? But there's certain things that happen when you get old, right? There's three key things you should look out for these signs. You start hoarding things. We've got people in the room who like hoarding things. No? Just me? Do you go to car boot sales? Go and buy shit from car boot sales you just put up in your loft? And the third sign is you go to the tip a lot more and you come back with more than you started with. Does that happen to you? And I find, I don't know, I just get irritable more often. I tend to get really wound up a lot quicker. Mainly shopping, that winds me up more than anything. Because blokes, when we go shopping, it's pretty simple. We just go in, we see something, we buy it, that's it, and it's dead easy. Women, Jesus Christ, that is hard work for you, isn't it? You go in, you see something in the first shop, you go to another 30 shops, and you come back to the first shop and buy the thing you saw in the first place, which, if you'd have bought it, it would have been home in 5 minutes. And I've had a couple of embarrassing things in shops. We were in Debenhams a few weeks ago, and this rather large lady, shall we say, went into the changing rooms, and came back out wearing this purple trouser suit. And she looked at me and she said, "What do you think?" I said, "To be honest, love, you look like an overweight aubergine." She said, "I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my 6'4" husband stood behind you," which was a bit difficult. So, forest people, has anybody actually been to a stand-up night before? Do you know what's going to happen?
Yay.
You have a few. So basically we're going to have 3 acts on for you. We're going to have your first act on in a minute, then we'll have a break, then we'll have your second act, then a break, and then your headline act. Is that alright? Yeah. During the acts, whilst the acts are on, you won't be able to get served at the bar because it just makes too much noise and what have you, but we'll have a 15-20 minute break in between if that's alright. Can you live with that? Yeah. Live with that, that's great. Right. Jesus Christ. So, now I've whipped you up into a frenzy of comedy activity.
Are you ready for your first act?
Yeah!
Okay, so if we start the applause at the back of the room, bring it all the way through. Right, start clapping at the back, that's what you have to do. Bring it all the way through as we welcome to the stage Mandy Morgan.